Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Justin Wolf from Wolf Customs. Living in an environment where you actually experience climate change is so crucial to the way that we feel. A lot of studies have been done here lately, especially with cold weather and how cold weather really affects us in a very positive way. But before I get too involved in that, I want to take you guys on a small tour of a facility that I got to take a tour of and experience a little bit of extreme cold weather. I got to experience negative 246 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 minutes, and it was absolutely amazing. So take a look, and I'll get you guys some information. Okay, so we are here with Taylor, and Taylor is going to take us around and give us a little bit of information.
Yes, absolutely. So we are going to start in our cryo spot treatment and facial room. So regarding the spot treatments, it would be a 5 to 10 minute process where you treat a localized area of pain. So if you have a place on your back, your elbows, knees, anything like that that cause you pain, we would go over that area, taking your skin temperature, working on pulling that inflammation down. As far as the facials go, we use the same machine. We go over the scalp, the face, and the neck. That is, again, a 10-minute process, and that is going to help with hair. On the scalp, it'll help with hair production. It can help increase hair growth. On the face, it's going to help reduce pore size and stimulate collagen. So, again, 10 minutes long for that one as well. And then out here, we have the Normatec compression therapy. This one does not get cold, but it'll inflate like a blood pressure cuff does, and it's segmental. So it's going to start at the feet, and it's going to work itself all the way up the leg, restricting that blood flow. It'll release, and then everything will go back. So if you have 10 or 20 to 30 minutes to go through that, that'll be you'll get a few cycles in and get you feeling pretty good. So and then we have our whole body back here.
Now these just slip over the legs?
Yep. There's a zipper in the front of them, so they can slide on like pants, and they'll fit on there just nice. And we have for arms and hips as well.
So that'd be something very good for, especially like someone like you that's in karate, maybe injure a knee. Or
it's great for athletes. It's great for people that are on their feet in general all day. And then this is our whole body cryo chamber. So I'm going to cool it down so you can kind of get used to some of the sounds that it makes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a 3-minute long process.
Okay.
You will stand in the chamber. Your head is actually going to be out. The rest of your body is submerged. And it'll stimulate the fight or flight process. So all of your blood is going to be brought into your core. That'll help to release anti-inflammatory properties. You'll get an endorphin release, kind of that feeling after exercise, that feel-good feeling.
Right.
That'll come around for you, and it'll help with those areas of pain. So this again is good for athletes. It's good for people that suffer from chronic pain, or just anybody that wants to try it. Really, it was initially developed in the 70s for people with arthritis. As it became more mainstream, they found it was helping athletes, it was helping everybody with chronic pain areas. So pretty much all we do here is aid in chronic pain caused by inflammation. So, because all of the cold will help with those anti-inflammatories.
Well, I know how good I feel when I step out of a cold shower, so
yeah.
I am really looking forward to this.
This will take that to the next level, for sure.
I'm really looking forward to this.
So as far as what you wear when you go through, we provide socks and slippers for the individual. We do ask that you change into our socks and wear the slippers. You will undress to your comfort level. Underwear we ask that you keep on. For males, women, you can take everything off or leave it on, whatever you prefer. And then we provide 2 pairs of gloves to wear as well while you're in there. And we want to keep the hands and feet covered, just again, since all the blood's drawn into your core, your toes and fingers are going to get coldest the fastest. So we want to make sure that they're nice and safe. So, and then the skin's completely dry, so we're not at risk for any burns or anything like that.
Excellent. And so this thing drops down to, negative 225 Fahrenheit?
The lowest you'll get is about negative 240. Sometimes it'll get up 245, but negative 240 is where we're safe, and it'll actually, it'll probably start venting here in a second. But yeah, it definitely works better when we have people back to back too, because it's going to stay cold, and it definitely likes being used. So, and then again, the liquid nitrogen, we have nitrogen tanks in another room that feed through a line, and it's converted into a vapor for here. So
Excellent.
yeah. Do you have any questions or?
Not off the top of my head, but afterwards, I'm sure I might.
Okay, perfect. Well, we can look at getting you geared up to
Okay.
go in. I can go ahead and have you change into or out of that outfit
Okay.
that I discussed. Do you have any questions about what you need to be wearing?
Just I need to remove jewelry. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
your ring's okay because you're wearing gloves, but anything like, I mean, if you had body piercings that are going to be exposed, we want them
Sure.
out or covered or however. So
We're safe there.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, you're good. These socks are a little long, so I would recommend you rolling them down so you're wearing like a crew sock.
Okay.
That's the only thing.
Excellent. Okay.
All right, and I'm going to cool it down again so it'll be really cold when you get in. And I'll have you just gear up, and then you'll just step right up in there. There's a silver doorbell on the right-hand side of that screen.
Okay.
You ring that, and we'll come back in. Okay?
Excellent. Thank
All
you.
right, perfect. Holler if you have any questions.
Will do.
Ooh, that's cold.
You can always tell when someone's in because they go.
Starts instantly.
They get that initial shock when they open the door up.
Yeah.
Okay,
That was
I have a
funny.
mechanical lift in there. I'm using
Okay.
to raise you up because we want to at least be able to see the bottom of your chin.
Sure.
So we'll get you up. The nitrogen is not harmful to breathe in. We breathe nitrogen in all day long.
Okay.
In that amount, it could make you feel lightheaded. So especially with there being several of us in here, we leave this door open and keep you up. So all right. So you are 30 seconds in, down to -180.
Nice.
Feeling
It's,
cold. It's a little different than a
definitely
cold
chilling
shower,
off.
but
Yeah.
it gets you there. That's for
We're
sure.
starting to
Let's go ahead and
shiver a little bit. That's
I'm
for sure.
gonna hand these into you and ask you if you can kind of slip into those if that's possible. Like to double up on the
I
feet
guess I was
there.
supposed to put those on.
No,
wasn't I?
no problem. No problem at all. Alright. There you go. You're a minute in already. You're doing great.
That's good though.
You can move around as much as you need to. We just want to keep that breathing nice and calm so you don't tense up or anything like that. Keep knees soft.
Oh, you're doing great.
So how often do you do like the cold showers and
Um,
things like that?
Not as often as I used to.
Yeah.
I still
Used
do
to
them
take
periodically,
Mhm.
or as often as I can.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
It's kind of hard to turn that knob, like,
It's
know.
always hard to talk.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So funny.
At least you have a nice day. You can go warm up outside.
Exactly. You don't have to go out into like negative temps
The way I
outside.
always describe the showers is your body kind of thinks, okay, you're going hypothermic.
Yep.
You're about to die.
Yep.
And so now I'm going to release all of these endorphins
Exactly.
all at once so that when you get out of here,
You feel
you're
great.
going to calm down.
Yeah. Yep. No, that's exactly, and that's the process that we want to hit because that helps with that inflammation and things like that as well. So
Right?
you have 45 seconds left. You're down to -243 degrees. Little
Good to go.
chilly, little
You know,
chilly.
actually, it feels better now
Does it?
because I'm starting to, my breathing is starting to slow down.
Uh-huh. That
Starting to
initial shock is
relax.
over with.
Exactly.
So, very good.
Tiffany.
I think it's interesting that the surface of your skin kind of freezes.
And
To a
that's
sense.
why, yeah, the it's 1 millimeter deep. So people with like metal implants, breast implants has been a big question. Anything like that, you're perfectly safe to go through because yeah, it's 1 millimeter deep on the skin, and that's why we want you to be dry too. Because
Right.
if it was wet, that's where we start risking burns and such.
Right.
So you are all done. The
Cool.
lift is going to take you back down, and then I would just ask you to watch your step coming out. You're good to get dressed and meet us on the other side.
Excellent, thank you.
All right, so we're just about a minute out of it. Just starting to put on my clothes and everything. It sounds a lot worse than what it really is. It actually feels, it's very cold, don't get me wrong, it's very cold, but I can definitely start to feel, I don't know, I feel more active, I guess. I kind of feel like I want to run around the block a few times. I felt it mainly on the back of my legs. I mean, they're still very, they feel like ice cubes to the touch. But
Yeah, I definitely think I want to run around the block a few times. Curious how I'm gonna feel the rest of the day.
I think you guys need to sleep inside. Do you think we should sleep inside?
They already did bed. I put the camera down in there.
Exactly. How do you feel?
I love it.
Good.
It feels really good.
That's awesome.
I feel like running around the block.
No, there you go.
Was it hard to stay in 3 minutes?
Not at all. Not at all. It sounds way worse than what it really is. The biggest parts on is the thinner spots.
Backs and the knees,
Back here.
elbow pits, whatever you want to call them. There's just loose or softer skin there. So, like I said, the legs definitely take the brunt of it. Would you agree? Your legs might have gotten colder.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So any body part that has lesser fat, you think get that much colder?
I would say so, yeah. And then you have heat receptors throughout your body. So you have like a lot of heat receptors in your buttocks. So that part will get colder if it's exposed, things like that.
Oh, okay.
So.
One of the things that I'm noticing now is we just left. It's only been maybe 5 minutes since I've stepped out, and I feel hot, very hot. And I felt that before getting into the vehicle. I can feel like my body temperature just rushing back to the surface. It's a very interesting feeling. I feel very hyper, if that makes any sense. I have 2 more sessions, so it's going to be interesting how I react to those 2 as well.
Now, after getting this opportunity and being able to reflect on this for a couple weeks now, I've really got to think about, is this something that I would do on a daily, not on a daily basis, but on a regular basis? And this is something that the common person is not going to be able to do because of the cost. These types of machines cost upward around $50,000 to $60,000. So, it usually costs anywhere between $30 to $65 per session. And that's a lot of money for 3 minutes to spend. That's money that I don't personally have. And that's why I am going to go ahead and stick with cold showers, because I get the exact same feeling, I get the exact same results, and it's not costing me $30 to $65. Definitely not knocking doing this, because it's way more comfortable. Let's put it that way. You wouldn't think that negative 246 degrees is more comfortable than a 30-degree cold shower, but it is. Something about cold running water is far more painful than just standing in a stagnant, cold environment. I'm not entirely sure why, but it does. So if this is something that you can afford, I definitely recommend you doing it at least once, so that way you can experience it. But if it's something that you can't afford, you have alternatives. You definitely have alternatives. But I strongly recommend that everyone do their research, look into these types of things, because there's a lot to be said for them. As always, have a good one.